Dear Thai, dear Sangha, I'm just wondering with the Olympics coming up this summer, what is the role of mindfulness and interbeing in an environment where competition is just an integral part of the very nature of that environment?
I think that will be a chance for people to to do business, to make money, to consume. And when someone wins, or someone else will suffer. The competition, that is competition. And that is the comparison between selves. I am better than you. And so that will create a lot of discrimination and complexes. And that is not only about the athletes, but also for the crowd, because we select the athlete that we love and we take side, and we practicing comparing my hero. So that kind of joy, that kind of competition is we consider it to be a source of happiness. And if we don't win, our hero does not win, and then we suffer. That is because everything is based on the discrimination between self and non-self. And if we look deeply, we see that everything is in that kind of mood, competition, even in the field of education. In the field of education, teachers are being pushed in order to teach more, to work harder, so that the students can go to a more famous school and to come to the top. And that is why both teachers and children have to suffer from stress, overwork and so on. And even if you get to the top, you have to continue in order to keep that position on the top. So looking deeply, we see that we are going to the direction of destruction. We destroy our body, our mind, by trying too hard and get burnout. And it's very clear that in this competition, there will be no winner. Those on the top will have to die, and those who have not come to the top, they suffer also. So that the same thing is true in the field of politics, in the fields of nuclear weapons. We are going to the direction of self-destruction. That is why we need to wake up. We have to change the course of our civilization. We are going to our own destruction. This is very clear. Our destruction as a race, human race, our destruction as an environment, is very clear. If we continue like this, we go to that extinction. There is only one thing that can stop it and change. That is a collective awakening. If you want to save the world, to change the world, you need a huge collective awakening. You cannot change society and the course of history unless you can produce a collective awakening. With that collective awakening, you know that you are going in the direction of self or destruction. And that strong enough to help you to stop and change the way of living. So the Olympics Games give us another chance to reflect on this. In this competition, there will be no winner, everyone will lose. And not we lose as the human race, but we lose as animals, plants and minerals. The notion of self against no self, and it causes a lot of suffering. And that is why the wisdom of non-discrimination. You are me and I am you. You are in me, I am, and I am in you. That insight of interbeing is very important. When I was ordained as a novice, my teacher showed me how to bow to a Buddha. And there was a verse, the one who bows and the one who is bowed to, both are by their nature empty of the self. You should not proud, Buddha, you should not be proud of yourself as a Buddha. And me, I should not be ashamed that I am not a Buddha. Buddha, you are made of only of non-Buddha elements, including me inside of you. And I am made of non-me elements, and you are in me. And when you see the nature of interbeing in you and in the Buddha, you see the Buddha in you and you in the Buddha, that time you touch the nature of interbeing. And when you bow, there is real deep communication. And if the Buddha is only the Buddha, and you only you, real communication is possible. And that is the practice of bowing based on the insight of interbeing. And I think in Christian mystics there are practitioners who can see that between the practitioner and Jesus Christ. And if they cannot see the interbeing nature between them and Jesus Christ, I don't think that the communication will be deep enough. So the insight of interbeing will help save us, and that needs a collective awakening. So every one of us should work together for that collective awakening. If you are a journalist, work as a journalist. If you are a school teacher, work as a school teacher. We have to produce that awakening.